Second to get past it, or are you past it?
No.
Got to be getting the PVC soon.
That was me starting to pull back. Wow. I started to pull back when it stopped like that. It almost stopped.
You got a head?
Probably. I'm going to try to reverse, see if it'll break up whatever's on there a little bit. Getting up to the good stuff.
Is that the second joint like that? Or the first?
Second or third.
Yeah, there's a couple. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
PVC and the offset.
That's why that was there. I'll figured, I knew it had to be PVC relatively soon. Maybe pull back on the flexor.
It's on past the flex.
All right.
That's the flex.
Yeah.
That's the roots.
That you're stuck on.
Either I was stuck on or I'm pushing down this line now.
I think you're pushing down this on the This particular machine we could work at the cutter at the same time versus the other one.
Okay.
You're up 43 feet.
Water line repair.
Okay.
It goes back clean.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They used the 4-inch water line repair, but look at it. And a 6-inch pipe.
Yeah, they repaired the water line, or put a new water line in. They cut the clay pipe and put a small piece of new PVC in.
Suppose it was bound to happen eventually.
Oh, yes. And then now the
I've never
SDR,
encountered
really?
any
They
of
left
that.
a foot of clay? And I
Yeah.
bet that surprises you.
Foot and a half.
We run into this all the time. All the time.
Falls under not my job.
Yeah.
I despise people that do that.
Yeah, we see it a lot with homeowners, and I understand it to a point because a lot of people don't budget for big plumbing repairs, and they
Right.
can only afford some of it. But
That's why you gotta have friends in those businesses.
well, we tell everybody with homes, if the house is more than 30 years old, have service line coverage on it. It's about 100 to 150 a year, and that covers your water line, your storm sewer line,
Yeah.
your sanitary
We
sewer.
bought our house, we had to hook up to water and sewer, so
That wouldn't have covered that, but
we had,
I can only imagine.
well, Bill Rass had to put it in, so
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
worried.
Well,
Uncle Bill.
cost-wise. Cost-wise.
Well, my husband worked for him too.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was a Saturday morning job, everybody came over and
Sometimes those are the
brushed
best
the old
ones.
tank and it's all fine. Yeah, Bill's a good guy.
Oh, yes.
Stuff for me here. He's reliable, he charges me decent and
Should be the city. Yeah. Well, heck, right over from one of Romanesco's places over there, where they cut up the road 3 years ago, we found, what was through that pipe?
There was nothing actually through it, but it looked like either a big piece of gravel or a chunk of
Something
rebar
put a
or
hole
ground
in it,
rod or
right?
something, put like a hole that big to the side,
And it was just running. I mean, I bet
poured
you
water in.
1,000 gallons an hour was coming in that
Oh,
pipe.
my
And it's
God.
been that way for probably 3 years.
oh my God!
Yeah, we found it and
Nothing stuck.
no, it was all brand new. The water was going into the pipe, not out of the pipe. Yeah, groundwater was flowing into the city storm sewer, or sanitary sewer. But, they had, crew check, cut up the road and fix it under the next year's budget, which was good. And depending on where you, what municipality you'd have been in, they might have said, too bad, you're responsible for the city connection.
Exactly.
And Appleton
Yep.
took care of it, which is, they do it, it's their fault or any chance at something they did where
Yeah.
other areas around here just, yeah, no, sorry, don't care.
I ended up helping out the one guy too that, you know, that hadn't had a sewer hooked up properly in how long?
3 years.
3 years. Because I thought they hooked it up in the
Blocks away
70s.
from Morgan Building. The city redid one of the streets over there, who I will not say because we're recording audio as well. The sewer used to be 15 feet deep on the street. They redid it into 11 feet. Well, this house is probably one of the deepest basements I've ever seen in a 100-year-old house. It's about 9 feet.
Wow,
And
that's unusual.
repaired, well, it was, I won't say what it was, but it was intentionally made for there. But when they redid all the other sewers, they brought it up. They hooked to the storm sewer for the gutters, not the sanitary sewer, which is another 5 foot now. Yeah, so every spring, this house would back up. And we have found out what was going on, because it's a little bit more stubborn than we are smart at some days. But, the city came in and paid to put a lift station in the basement, paid our bill, and probably cost the customer a little bit, but they've been going on for 3 years and nobody could give them any answers.
No, that's frustrating.
Oh, it is, we run into that.
That's frustrating.
Especially when they tried to argue this, oh, you're probably just going out the pipe 150 feet underground and coming back in.
When we get outside of the
You
pipe.
get out the pipe 6
equipment,
inches, you don't get the head back.
no.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't happen.
We have once or twice, but not 3-4 times going out the same
Yeah.
spot.
I was like, that sewer doesn't go where you had said it does. I located it with the camera the whole way. They're like, no. When we ran into that, you're like that. That other machine shop, they tried to tell us one out to the front, and no, it didn't. It went out to the side.
Yeah, they had pulled a new water line, and no, what did,
They put in a new water line across it, and they just said that section's abandoned, nothing goes to it.
They hit it, yeah, that's right.
Because they put a stub for it on the road, but never documented that it was never moved to it. They just put a stub there in case it got moved later. No one knew where the original one was. few little
My
pieces
dad
hanging
was
in.
an old master plumber, had his own business for years. I used to go with him when I was a little girl. He would have loved having
Oh,
something like this
Well,
back then.
we make these ourselves because
Yeah.
they became mainstream about 2-3 years ago in country. But something similar weighs 3 times as much and it's about 20 grand.
Well, probably.
One.
Yeah, well, the camera's almost 20. But,
Oh yeah, that stuff's not cheap. at
no,
all.
no, we spend a lot of money on equipment just because it makes the job quicker,
Yes.
easier.
Yes.
and
Lighter.
We,